Hello, good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're watching me from. So, I want to teach you how I make these beautiful slides here. Okay, how I was able to bring up this when you go to slideshow. You have this, okay, you have this as well. When you keep clicking, you click on the plus button, you have this display, and how I was able to come up with this dummy text, these Latin words. So when you keep clicking again, you have this. Okay, you have this, you have these, you have these, and these as well. You have these. All right. So okay, let's just head straight to the work. So I'll click on the blank slide just like this, and then the next thing I'll do. Okay, I did this already, but now let me take it back. So I would let me remove these. Okay, let me remove these as well. Let me start afresh with this. All right, so let me delete this slide and let you know how I got to this point. So now this is my blank slide. So I will take off these as well. Take off these, and then this is the slide I want. And then the next thing I'll go to design, then go to format, then click on where you have solid fill if yours is not on it, because by default it should be here, but if by chance it's not there, it's here. So you just make sure you click on the solid fill and then fill, and then you come to, and for me you can decide to pick any color for your background depending on you, but for this presentation sake I would like to use the gray. All right, so now that is being picked, that is picked. Now, the next thing I would do is go back to home and then head straight to bringing in my background. Then I'll put this down this way and make sure I take it in. And then I'm going to do something. I'm going to ensure that this background is taking off, right? So now, not taking off, right? I beg your pardon, not taking off. And make sure that, okay, let me take it to this extent. Okay, now it's fine this way. I want to change this background to the same background as this. So I'll come here and then I'll say fill and then change it to that background. So the next thing I'll do here is that I want to format this and remove the outlines. Okay, so this outlines, I'll come here and say no outline. But now once I do that, apparently you can't see that anything is here. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click on format for this. So I'm going to click on format. So when I click on that, I'll click on these format shapes. I want to format this shape, and then I'll click on effects. So when I click on effects, this opens up. Okay, and then the first thing I want to do here is to make sure that I have my 65%, 55%. So I want to have this to be 101. So immediately I do that, okay, it comes up. So already I give it a black background. Then I have this as 17 points. Okay, so it's more elevated up, and then I give these, that's a blur shape, so I need 17 points. So I want to give it a angle of 0%, 0 degree, and then these 3 points. Okay, so that's fine. So when that is done, you can see that. So I just close out that. You can see this is settled. This is settled. So I have the, the background here showing that this is elevated from the surface, and then I have this as well. So the next thing I'll go bring in here is I'm going to come in and look for my shape. So I have the circle shape. Okay, some people call it overall shape, so I call it the circle. So I'm going to click on it and then just press my shift key on the keyboard and just draw it. So when you draw it, right? So the next thing you do, also pick up another shape, the square shape, the rectangular shape, and then also draw this as well. Okay, you may not decide, if you decide not to use that. Okay, and then I want to ensure that I do not have outline here. So I'm going to come here and then I say remove no outline. Okay, so I don't have any outline. I'll let me maintain this color for now. Not done. So now the next thing I'll do is come to, yes, the rectangle shape, and then I'll draw it this way. Okay, so I'm ensuring that it's cutting the circle into two. Also take out the outline for these as well. So outline, okay, no outline. Now the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to ensure that I pick, so press my shift key down, pick this the circle and pick this, and then go to format shape, and this comes up, and then I'm going to click on subtract. So once that happens, I'm going to click on subtract. So now in just some case this may happen this way. Okay, so make sure that I want to have an half circle. So I'll click out, I'll press my escape key on my keyboard, and then press this again. Okay, press this and press this and go back to net shape and try to do that. Okay, if it's still coming up that way, that's not what I want. I'll keep doing that until I'm able to get this half shape. So this should be taken off. So I'm going to also click back again and click this, and then click on format, and then go back there, and then perfect. I have that. So I have this. So now once I have this, now I'm going to take this backwards a bit. Okay, make sure that it is centralized. So you can also choose to make a color for it. You can choose a color, you can choose another background now for this. Okay, but make sure that this is centralized. Okay, wow. Okay, so that's my arrow. So I'm going to bring it in a bit. This way it settles on that line. So I'm going to come here and do a fill, shape fill. Come here. Okay, I have this color here. Okay, so that's cool for this. So the next thing I want to do is I want to bring a text box. So I want to bring my text, just small text, and say, so I'm doing a weekly report, weekly report. So if this is weekly report you're doing, so you call this weekly report. Okay. Now, so that is done. But try to center this text, make sure it's in the center. Okay, having the same length here, having the same distance away from the border, distance away from the border, and then I want to choose a particular font style for this. So I'll come here and use, I normally like to use TW set. Okay, and let me give this 20, right, and then let me rotate this, arrange. So click, I want to rotate it so that I'm able to place it vertically. All right. So I want to rotate. So I'll rotate. Try if you rotate right, it's giving you the other way. So let me rotate left. Okay, now I think this is fine. Okay, so this is flip. This is flip horizontal. This is flip vertical, but we need this one. Okay, so this is fine. I can also decide to change the color for that, but let me drag first and put inside of this part. Okay, so that's that. Now let me change the color. So I can come here and just click on now. If you come to this place and try to pick color, you are then changing the background of that entire shape, and that's not what we want. But we want to change only the color of the text. So come here. I want to give it. I want to give it the color of the text. Okay, so that's fine. So let me look at the color. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So the next thing, I would like to give it an effect a bit. So let me give it a shape, background. Okay, okay, it's looking nice now. Okay, and then let me make it bold, beautiful. So report weekly. Okay, so I have weekly report. Okay, if that is looking too big for that, I can reduce the shape, the size to be 18. Okay, so this is weekly report. Now I can save this. Now, I have a part this where I saved all the resources I use or the assets I use. I'll come here and click on that folder, click on icons. I have this. Okay, so let me just go and bring it in. I'll come here and insert, and I will just click on insert. Okay, so click on insert pictures. So that takes me there. Click on this and I bring in that. All right, so now I don't want to place this just directly like this. I want to also do something to it. So I can just press my shift key and just reduce it. I don't distort the shape. All right, so just click it, take it to the size that you want. Okay, you can take it to the size that you want and to make it more smaller, make it bigger, depending on where the size of how you want it to be. Now, if you look at it, this is looking this way, but I want it to look the same way my weekly reports. I want to flip this 90, come to rotate. I will rotate it left 90. So once I do that, look at initially, this is how it's looking. So when I rotate 90, it's looking this way, beautiful. So I can now drag and make sure that it's also central. Okay, so bring it up a bit. Blah. So now I can give it an effect. Give it an effect. Okay, let me give it an effect. Let me make it depending on you. Okay, you can decide to give this an effect, and given that you just come to format and it's there already. Let's look for okay. Let's go back to home and then let's come to this part. Let's give it a shadow. Okay, so it's looking like it's looking beautiful. Okay, so this is offset, right? Let's look at this. This is offset down, so let's give it this. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so now we are done with the first line. Now look at the first line looking very beautiful, making sense. Now, if you notice, it's the same thing. So we're going to push it forward a bit. Make sure that this is forward. Make sure it aligns here. So I'm going to press my shift key. I'm going to hold everything. So come here, highlight everything. So when you highlight everything, you see that this is highlighted, this is highlighted, even this part is highlighted. Now press your shift key down and then just simply drag. Press your shift key down and just simply drag to the extreme. Okay, make sure it's lapping properly. Okay, then at this point you can just and then just move the keys and then just drag this backwards a bit. Okay, let it lap. Beautiful. Now this is done. So this is done. So the next thing is that we are going to make sure that we group everything here. So we want to group this background, we want to group this and this. So you're going to click on highlight again and then you press group. So now that is grouped. That is grouped. Now this is how it's looking. So I'm going to go to the first slide there and then I'm going to click on duplicate. So this is grouped already. Okay, this is grouped already. So if it's grouped, see everything would come to this part. Now click on duplicate. So come on duplicate this as well. So duplicate the number of slides you want. So this is the first slide. So first slide, duplicate. So depending on the number of slides, I have this slide, I have this slide, I have this slide, this slide, this slide. Let me duplicate again, duplicate again. Say I want up to 6 slides, duplicate again. Okay, so I have 6 slide now. So I'll go to the first slide. I'll go to the first slide. Hold on, let me see what to do. Okay, go to the first slide and I will change. I will change the slide for the first one, this first slide, and then I will change the color for the first. For this one, I will change this color. Come to view. Let me make this one. Let me choose another color for this. Okay, I can decide to pick this, and then for this, I will not make it. Let me see what I used so you can. I used situation. Come back and say situation. So just tap this and say situation. Situation. Okay, so that's done. Situation. Okay, looking good. So the next one here is thefts. Okay, next one there, next one as well. Click on it, and then of a theft. Save that in the background as well. So come here. If you want access to many colors, you can click on more colors and then you can pick colors that you want. Let me go with this color. Okay, so I have that color for theft. Beautiful. So I want to go to the next color, to the next slide, excuse me. Go to the next slide and then let me change this. Okay, what's this? I used fighting. So come here and I'll say fighting. So if there's a case of fighting during the week, you can just create that and then put details about it. So fighting, and then I'll come here and change that color. I think this color is looking like this. So let me change this color. Let me and then come to color field and then let me pick this. I don't have that color right. Okay, beautiful. So fighting. I have theft. I have fighting. Now the next one. Let me have another thing here. So this is what do I have here? Burglary. Okay, I have burglary here. So burglary. Okay, so burglary, and then the next one I want to change this one as well. This is accidents, accidents. So let me have accidents. Yeah, accidents. Here, accident. So it's a case of accidents, and then I'll change the background color as well for that. Let me pick more color. Okay, I have something here. Okay, you can decide to use. Okay, let me use that color. Beautiful. Save. And then what else do I have here? What else do I have here? Um, let me see. So I have fighting, I have burglary, accidents. Okay, what again? Advisory. Okay, so let me the last one here is advisory. So let me come back there and say advisory. So I want to create another slide to create this. Another slide, so I'll call this one advisory. So at the end of the whole event, so what are you advising? Advisory. Okay, so change the background color for this as well. So I'll come to shape field. If I don't need any of these colors, I can just come back here and then go to standard and then try to pick the color that I like. Okay, so this is it. So I've created all the slides. More importantly, I created from the first one, which is the weekly report, this, and that. Now, another thing I would like to do, please, if I'm too fast, I don't know, I may need to slow down and take this. Alright, so I've created everything that I need to create here. Now, the next thing I want to do is make sure that I lap these slides together. So I'm going to lap this slide together. So I'm going to lap the slide together by doing it this way. Let me look at it again. Okay, okay, this here, this here, this here. Okay. So I'm going to cut this slide. I'm going to cut this slide. I'm going to cut this slide from here, cut, and then I'm going to optional. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to go to the first slide, go to the second slide, select the group, and then press Ctrl X to cut it from there. Go to the first slide and just Ctrl V. Now, just try to adjust this one again a bit this way. If you see it properly, um, I'm not permitting the logo to show up. So that is for that one. Okay, so also go to the third slide, press it, and then Ctrl X to cut, and then go back to that slide, and then also paste it there. So come here, paste it here, and then make sure that you drag it this way. Uh, this way. Okay. So you have this for that. Make sure it is properly aligned. All right. Okay. So go to the next one here. Click on the slides. Press Ctrl X to cut. Go back to one. And paste. And then make sure you pick it back what it is, and then make sure it aligns. Okay. So that's fair. And go again to the fifth slide. Click on it. Press Ctrl X to cut. Take it to one. And then make sure you align it as well properly. So align properly. Okay, so this is fine. If you want to see it properly, just reduce it so you can see. Okay, so this is aligning properly for me. Okay, so I have two more left. So click on this, click on the slide, cut it off, and then take it to one, and then Control V. Okay, so Control V. Also align this. Alright, this is fine, it's looking good. Now, for the next one, also come to the very last one, click on the slide, Ctrl X, take it to one, paste it there, and then also align this way. Beautiful. So everything is aligned. Okay. See that? So I can just go and then cut all of these off. Cut all these off. I don't need them anymore. Cut this off. Cut this off. Cut this off. So it's this slide now. So I'm going to Control A, and then I want to group all the slide. So I'll just come to this part. Okay, so you're going to, once this is done, so I've deleted everything here. So you're just going to come here, copy everything, uh, group everything, and then press your Shift key on your keyboard, and then just drag everything back. So drag, so that happens to be, so drag it back. Okay, 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 okay. So this is it, save, right? Now, in this place, we can put our welcome just like we have here. Okay, let me go to slideshow so you see properly. So I'm taking this backwards. Let's go back. So this blank space. Now you can actually do this with different things. You can either use the text box, depending on, you can do animation for this depending on what you want. Um, you can just type and then give it an elevated and give it a background color. So that slide is set. So this slide is set now. It's set now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I want to go bring in my animations. So I will teach you how to do the animation as well. I'll teach you how to do this. Okay. Let me save this again. So the next thing we're going to do here is also, we have deleted this. Let me reduce this down so I can see this. So this has been selected. I told you. So you're going to click the first set of shape, the first one, press the shift key down, and you move it forward a bit to this part. Make sure it aligns here, and then you leave it. You come back, you pick the second set of shape, you click on it, you push it this way, and then it aligns back. Right? Okay. You do the same thing for the next one. So make sure you pick the correct one. Press the shift key down. Shift key down, and then pick the text slide. Shift it there, and okay, that's it. Also pick the one for fighting. Shift it there. That's it. Let's give it a bit. Give it a bit out. Okay. Okay. I think it's getting too close to that. No one sees that properly. So if it's getting too close, make sure you do. Oh, okay, so let me go take it again. So press Shift key, drag it to that point. Okay, it's fine. I want my theft. I want theft to show properly, just like the situation and the weekly report is showing. Come to this part, press the Shift key down, take it this way. Oh, that's not moving with that. So make sure it moves with it. So press the Shift key. Holy, holy, holy. Okay, now it's moving. Okay, okay, okay. Take it back. Make sure it aligns. Beautiful. The next thing for burglary, move it this path. Okay, and then this as well. Oh, with this, and let this also go this way. Yeah, beautiful. So that's it. So let's save this and okay. So the next thing we're going to do here is since we alight everything here, and then we're going to move this backwards. Okay, and then let's move it. Let's move it again. Move it backwards. Okay, so we'll come to this shape. We select, we duplicate this. So we select the first group of shape there, and then we'll press our Shift key and we'll move it forward. Okay, we'll come here as well, duplicate this, and then go to the slide, pick the second group, and then press Shift key down, and then move it to that point. Okay, come here and duplicate this as well, and then go to the next shape, and then move it as well, pressing your Shift key down. Okay, and then come to this one, duplicate again, and so you keep duplicating and moving the group. Click on this, move to this part. Okay, and then duplicate this again, and then pick the next group of shape. Let's move it this way. Okay, so duplicate again, pick the next one, and then let's move it, and then duplicate this as well, duplicate this, and then let's pick the final one, and then move it this way. Yeah, okay, settled. So save. Now, okay, so we are done. Okay, creating this. So now the next thing we want to do, we have been able to do this. So we come to the first one. So this is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. This is the fourth one. Like that. Let's see how this comes out. It's actually to come here. Okay, so first, second. So when you click on it, so this is the page. This is the first page. When you move to press your forward key, it takes that again, that. So it keeps moving that way. So you can go back and forth, you can go forward, okay, you can go backwards. Now, let me, so this is for to create your slides. This is to create your slide. I will do another video where I'll teach you how to make animations that you can now bring into these slides. Okay, so I hope this makes a lot of sense for you. Okay, this is good. Okay, so we'll meet. I'll teach you the next one to stop.